Hello, world. Let's talk manifestation. Think about it. Really, literally think about it. We have been manifesting our whole life. Up until this point, everything that we've attracted, we've done, it's been like a manifestation. We literally thought about things, whether they were like good as far as perception or as whether they was like bad, and they came into our life. We have been manifesting the whole time. Think of it like a person playing basketball. And I use that because I used to hoop. But anyways, if a guy is out there playing basketball and he's just shooting around and he don't know, he's really not. He might make a shot, which is good every once in a while. But then a coach says, hey, shoot the ball like this. Hold the ball like this. And you're going to have a better chance of making each shot. So the coach made him a deliberate shot maker. Now he's playing and he's using that tool, that form, to make accurate shots. Now I'm using that as an analogy. We've been manifesting, we just haven't been deliberately manifesting. It's like we've been out there on the court with no instructions of how to bring our desires into our life. So that's the whole plan. Somebody, somewhere, somehow needs to teach us, coach us to how to be a deliberate shot maker. But as far as manifesting, we just been doing it our whole life unconsciously. Think of the life that you have now. Think of the life that you're living now. Think of the possessions that you have now. Think of the money that you have now. Think of the home that you have now. You've manifested it. You've thought about that car, whether you felt like this is the only car that I can get. This is the only house that I can get. This is the only money that I can get. You still brought that into your existence. And I get it that the things that we brought into our existence may not have been exactly what we wanted, but we didn't have no coach. We didn't have nobody to say that if we focus and use our energy and get in alignment with the shot, we gonna make it. There's nobody before years ago was telling us these things. It was more or less, if you want something, pray for it. Or if you want to make the shot, just shoot the ball and it'll eventually go in. No, we need to be deliberate manifestors, powerful manifestors, mega manifestors, bringing things in our life that we really want, without a doubt. Speaking of without a doubt, that's what stops us from really achieving and manifesting the things that we want, because we have that built in somewhere. We have built in doubt that I want this, but I don't think I can get that. I want this, but I don't feel worthy of that. I want this, but there's no way I can get it. How do you want something and knock yourself back down at the same time? Like you want to shoot the shot, but somebody's going to block it. That's going to put you in fear of achieving and obtaining the things that you want. So the whole process is removing all the blocks in this game of life so you can easily score, so you can easily get to the point, get concrete with what you want, and make it come into your existence like magic. You want this, you think about it, you visualize it, you get in detail with it, you align yourself vibrationally with it, boom, there it goes. Now, depending on your alignment, your vibration is the faster it's going to come. But it's coming. It's coming. Whatever you set your mind to, it's coming. As just as the sun shines, it's coming. But sometimes with the doubts, the disbelief, the worry, all the blockages, when something is coming to you, it puts on halt. It's stuck in this wave. It's stuck in this position because I want it, but every time I have doubt, I stop it. Every time I wonder if I can, I stop it. Every time that I go through these, every time that I'm not emotionally and feeling my desires, I stop it. I block the shot from coming in. So I just wanted to say that we've been manifesting our whole life. When you think about it, you've only attracted things in your life that you believe that you could get. You was in a vibrational match with that because you said that this is what I can get. You might really want a nice car, but you said, well, this is the car that I can afford. This is the car that'll work out for me. You haven't stepped into this vision or got into this mindset that anything is possible. Because the next thing is how. Let's go back to the guy playing basketball. The guy playing basketball is used to shooting probably with two hands, and then the coach says, hey, you need to use this hand to hold the ball, use this hand to guide the shot. And then the guy says, how? That's not going to work, because he's uncomfortable. He don't believe. And then he starts doing it. His shots are more accurate. He's making them more shots. He's got a high percentage, everything like that. Same scenario type, when it comes to manifesting, we worry about the how too much instead of the want. You know, we're worrying about how I'm going to do it. How can I get it? How this? And then from that how, we immediately start putting in work, which the work is not needed. The belief is the only thing that's needed. The vision is what's needed. The alignment is what's needed, not the physical work. This is where that intuition comes in. So let's just go wild with it. Let's say you want a yacht. And you really think about this big ass yacht. Do you know what's going to happen next? If you believe, things will start aligning up for you to get that yacht. That's where the work lies. The work lies in the mind, the belief, the vision, the persistence. You'll be surprised how this universe will start shifting for you to get your desires. You might get a new job to get the yacht. You might meet somebody that says he has a yacht. All this stuff starts happening when you truly believe this is what you want. So, from every teacher, from the old, from the new, it's all about being concrete about what you want. It's all about having that desire. It's all about getting in detailed with what you want. And once you do that, you just press the gas and release the brakes. Once you get seriously concrete, whether you write it out, whether you visualize it, whether you're thinking about it all the time, and you know that this is the life that you want, this is the thing that I want. Now, a secret to this is you can't want, for instance, a car, a house, or this money and say, like, I want $50,000. And then if it don't show up so fast, you're like, well, maybe I should go for 20,000. You're basically resetting every time. You're basically starting over every time. You just can't do it like that. I'm sorry. You can't want this car and then see a better one and say, you know what? I think I want this car. You need to be stuck to what you really want and visualize what you really want. Assume that you already have what you want. And that assumption and assuming and stuff, it's tricky. Because at one point you got to realize that I'm connected to everything and everything is already mine. It's like in this vortex of space and I just got to say that is what I want and focus on that, and it's going to just start slowly coming in. So, yes, we've been manifesting. We just haven't been a deliberate manifester. We've been manifesting things consciously, unconsciously, and things have just been showing up. And a lot of times, we're so hardwired for the bad and negativity because that's what we've been experiencing our whole life, that we tend to manifest things like that super easy. Think about it, because you're in a vibrational match with that already. You've been in a vibrational match with the negative, with the disappointment, with the things going bad, not going good. We've been exposed to that. And it doesn't help that the media, our influences, people around us have this negative vibe and energy. It doesn't help. So when it comes to manifesting, we can manifest the bad stuff faster than we can manifest the good, because we've been so hardwired in our brain. Remember, I talked about neural pathways. Those neurons are hardwired to take that road. Whenever you want something, doubt quickly appears. It just comes out of nowhere. Just as fast as you say you want that, you're quickly to say, man, I can't get that. Man, there's no way I can do that. Man, that's hard. And then you set up blocks after block after block after block for the things that you really want. What is wrong with saying F it and just believe in it? Just, you know what? I know I'm going to get it. And there's been times to where you believed in something so bad you said, I know I'm going to get it. I know I'm getting this. But that usually happens. When you get to that knowing part, that usually happens. Regardless of how it shows up, when you step into that knowing, because after that knowing is a strong belief. You don't know you're going to get it until you believe so hard that you was going to get it. Then you step into that knowing. I know it's coming. I know it. I feel it. I feel it. It's coming. So yeah, man, we have been creating our reality, whether we are aware of it or not. Everything to this point we've done. And then there's some things that we could say like, well, I didn't ask for that. Well, I didn't expect that. Well, put it this way. You were a participant to bringing that in, regardless of the degree it came. You was a participant in bringing things into your life, good, bad, you know. So that's why it is more or less to be positive. When you're positive, you're vibrating on a different frequency. It's easy to attract things when you're vibrating at that frequency. When you're optimistic about the things in life. When you have affirmations like, why is everything working out for me? Why is my life so good? Why is it easy for me to attract money? Why am I living in my dream home? Why am I driving my dream car? And when you repeat these mantras all day, it slowly has an effect that is like really big. But you're going to be like, that is not making sense. That is not working. I'm saying it is working. I'm saying it is better. And then I get it on this level that we need to be kind with ourselves as we go into this journey, because this journey is like taking the road that's less traveled by. When you have all these negative thoughts and emotions, that's the road most is traveled by. So you have to be kind to yourself and think like, for 20, 30, 40 years, I've been thinking and feeling this way. It might take 90 days or 4 months to switch that thinking to put me in a good vibratory state to make it easier for me to attract and make the shots. It's gonna take a while. Everything is like practice. And I know that we get into looking at social media and it's more or less like, do this, you're gonna get what you want that fast, or your manifesting is coming tomorrow expect miracles. It's all this stuff on there. But how is that so if you're not in alignment with it? How is that so if you're feeling bad and doubtful and worried and stuff? How is that so? Please, somebody explain. How could that possibly be? Now, it could possibly be by accident, but we're not doing things by accident. We are becoming deliberate creators of our life. So you can get lucky one day, but man, I don't want to be lucky one day. I want to be a deliberate manifester all the time. I want to have that good vibration all the time. I don't want it to, I literally do not want it to come, pow. Man, look, man, I'm not getting it. I've been on this journey for a while, and I've heard it and seen it a lot, and I'm just saying, in my perception, it doesn't easily work like that. It's better that you learn to control your emotions, learn to stay in a positive vibration, learn to be optimistic about life. Because the more you're optimistic about it, the universe is going to show you, it's going to mirror back that optimism. You're constantly thinking everything is working out for me. You're going to start getting examples of how everything is working out for you. So, yeah, we've been manifesting our whole life. We just got to build a stronger belief that we can have, do, be anything that we want. They've been saying that all our life, ever since I've been growing up. Man, you can have and be and do anything you want, but I never took it literally, until now. Now it's things are coming in too fast. I think I tend to get overwhelmed with the good that happens in my life. I remember at first it was a shock. And like, for instance, I could go buy coffee, go buy juice, and the people I go to would say, man, don't worry about it, it's on me. Then the next day, some guy come up and say, hey man, you want me to get that for you? Just put it on there. And I'll be like, no, man, it's just a thing. Put it on there. And I'm recognizing on the small scale of all this good that was happening. I would go to the candy store and I was buying candy for my clients, and the guy would say, man, you know how we do it, man, don't worry about it. And I was experiencing all this good things happening, and it was a shock. Because I remember when I wasn't in a good vibration, when I had this negative vibe, when I was this person I didn't want to be, when I walked around with anger and frustrated, when I used to think things ain't never working, nothing ever did. Now I'm like, I'm just at the point where I get up in the morning and I'm like, what good is going to happen today? Not what bad. I'm not in that vibration no more. I'm like, what good should I expect today? You know? So, yes, we have to train like that basketball player. We got to train our mind, our thinking, our emotions to be in alignment for the things that we want so we can keep making the shots. Hello, world.